2, 1. There we go.
Hello,
All right.
everybody.
Welcome, friends,
Here we
family, and
are,
comrades.
Patrick
Welcome.
and Aaron,
Yes.
for your second Anti-Fascist concert series.
Thank you all for
Yay!
coming. Very excited to be here again. Greetings from the snowy socialist hellhole of Seattle.
It's not much better in Bremerton.
I believe it.
Well, folks, we need to do a little bit of rundown about where we are. I'm sure you all heard, not very surprisingly, that the Senate acquitted you know who today.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? There's some pluses and some minuses. A lot of Republicans did vote to convict. The Democratic Party won the election. Trump failed to bring the military to his side. He failed to bring the Capitol Police Department to his side.
Thank goodness.
And probably most importantly, he failed to bring Wall Street to his side. So we have some things going for us, but we have some serious problems. At least half, if not more, of the Republican Party is now at a minimum a proto-fascist formulation. They have voted to be anti-democratic, to allow mobs to dictate the course of the country. And that's disconcerting. We have a Republican Party that's split, and the majority of it has moved to proto-fascism. It's a fact. And it's a reality that we have to face up to.
Yeah, that's true.
The other problem that we have is that when we're building a united front against fascism and we're pulling in the entire working class to fight fascism, there's a lot of division in the American working class. We're split along the race issue. We're split along the abortion issue. We're split along the transgender issue. And we're split along the immigration issue. And the working class is very divided on those issues and other issues as well. And we need a united front of the working class to fight fascism. So we have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
Because we have to pull those folks over to our side some kind of way or another. A united front against fascism is absolutely essential in the working class. They know how to divide us up from one another, and they've got several very hot button issues to divide us, and I just talked about them. So we have pluses and minuses. It's not a fascist country yet. Democrats won the election.
Just barely.
The Democrats are not fascist. That's about the best I can say for them.
That's one thing going for them. I'll give them that.
Yeah. But we have a lot of work. We have a lot of work to do to pull the American working class together to fight fascism, and it is at our doorstep.
Yes, it is.
That's the reality of the situation. So, Aaron, have you got any suggestions for how we can fight fascism?
All right. Yeah. So Antifa and anti-fascism is getting a lot of press time these days, and people have a lot of misconceptions or incomplete conceptions as to what anti-fascist action actually looks like. Most people, when they think of anti-fascism, they think of people all dressed in black with masks facing off in the street against fascists. And there is a place for that. There's a value in that kind of work, but that's not the only kind of anti-fascist action that people can engage in. mass demonstrations are important. If one of the things that liberals like to say is that if you ignore the fascists, they will go away. But as we saw on January 6th, if the fascists are not countered by a strong, unified front of people saying no, they're going to do some violent shit and try to overturn democracy. So mass demonstrations are important, very difficult during COVID times, so it's not for everybody. You could join an anti-fascist organization, see what kind of work they're getting involved with, and offer what help you can. One of the things you can do is honestly just connect with your neighbors and get to know what their skills are, what their needs are, and make sure they're all met. Make sure all their needs are met. When people say organize your communities, this is basically what they're talking about, because equitable communities are more resilient against fascist ideas. If you're a very online person and you're interested in getting involved a little more deeply, you can get involved by researching and identifying fascists in your community and outing them to their neighbors and employers. This is a technique known as doxing. It's a little on the riskier side, but for people with a lot of tech skills and a lot of research skills, this is the kind of non-violent anti-fascist action you can get involved with. And honestly, with as terrible as things are right now, sometimes taking care of yourself is the most anti-fascist thing you can do. Making sure that your basic needs are met, like food, shelter, clothing, water, therapy, if you can get it. These things will eventually lead you towards a healthier place where you can get more involved in the movement for liberation. But, oh, Patrick, I can't hear you.
Hey, those are all like fabulous suggestions. The point is, however you do it, it's knocking on our door today.
Mm-hmm.
And the vote to acquit Trump solidified and crystallized the formation of fascism within the Republican Party, in my opinion, and the opinion of practically everybody.
Yeah.
It's here, darling. And don't make a mistake about it. So whatever you're going to do it. And do it jolly quick, because the time to move against fascism is now.
Mm-hmm.
All of your suggestions, Aaron, were great suggestions, and there's a lot of other things you can do to fight fascism, and we're going to be talking about them more as the Anti-Fascist concert series develops. We have a lot more shows, and it's probably time to get going on our first artist.
Oh,
or otherwise, if you want me to talk all day, I'd be glad to. But
we would love that, Patrick, but we would also be remiss.
Let's get on to it.
We would be remiss if we did not mention that the artists are performing for your tips today. And if you have some extra money to throw around, we would be glad to send this money towards the artists, because it's a hard time to be a working musician and poet these days. So if you want to donate some money, you can go to paypal.me/AaronJShea. I'll be collecting the tips and dispersing them to the artists. Me and Patrick are taking no cut of the tips. We just want to support our friends and family in this wonderful liberationist music and poetry community. So that's paypal.me/AaronJShea. There's links in the chat. But now it's time for our first artist. Patrick, are you all right with me taking the lead on this one?
Go ahead, hit it, girl.
All right. This is Cassie Velaza. Cassie Velaza's songs are reminiscent of her childhood growing up in the vast open spaces of Arizona. Her lyrics portray dark stories of the West and a yearning for a home, while the music rides a thin line of country western and psychedelia. Put your digital hands together for Cassie Velaza.
Yay!
Hey. I'm gonna try this new song that I wrote. and hopefully I don't screw it up. Where you been to? Where you been to? Said the cold covered ground. Nature's growing without my knowing. I'd like to be somebody else. I'd like to be somebody else. Still my love for you grows. Still my love for you it grows. Those holy prophets with turned out pockets, only visible to you. Their silver bowstrings wear crowns of old kings, and they play in the light of the moon. Hear them play in the light of the moon. Still, my love for you it grows. Still, my love for you it grows. Songs are chosen and often broken. Try to put it together again. But winter's lonely, and someone told me that the flame's gonna get to your head. That the flame's gonna get to your head. Still, my love for you it grows. Still, my love for you it grows. Just barely made it through that one. I started playing in an open key for the first time, and it's been really fun, but I've had to like have two guitars now because I can't keep retuning. So made it through. I swear I could play it better earlier. It's been snowing like crazy in Portland, which has been really beautiful and fun and cold. Johnny, my dear, you have come back home. It's taken its toll being left all alone. Don't mind my face, It has aged a bit, though your face looks the same. I must admit, Johnny, my sweet, won't you take a seat? I haven't seen your face in many years. Is your hair still brown? Is your heart way down? You come home in the morning. What tales are you for a woman such as me? Have you seen the Rio Grande or the hills of Tennessee? Didn't you think of me at all on your lonesome dreary draw? You call my name, in the morning. Johnny, my sweet, won't you take a seat? I haven't seen your face in many years. Is your hair still brown? Is your heart way down? You come home in the morning. As for me, I've been craving company with the snow falling down. There's nothing much to see. Did you miss the snow falling? Did you hear me softly calling? You called my name. In the morning. Johnny, my sweet, won't you take a seat? I haven't seen your face in many years. Is your hair still brown? Is your heart way down? You come home in the morning. Cool. So I was introduced earlier. I grew up in Arizona, and I grew up in Prescott, which is right by a little town called Chino Valley, that I really loved to drive through when I was younger. It's really beautiful and golden, and it's a special place. So I wrote this song about it. Some bright piece of sunshine came tumbling through, came rolling through my blinds today. Way out here in Chino, where the river flows and the cattle grow, it's home, but I can't stay. Farewell mother, I'll be coming through. Once in a while, won't you keep my room the same? And I guess that I've been doing fine, and I reckon I could ease my mind if my bills were paid. My mother, she left Chino 10 years ago. She went to Mexico, and she hasn't had much to say. Some lousy desperado left her standing there. She was unaware he weren't coming back round her way. Cheer up, mother, I'll be coming through. Once in a while, won't you wear your hair the same? And I reckon it's been on your mind. If I'm doing good, well, I'm doing fine. I'm okay. I left my mind in Chino, but I had to go. The clouds told me so. So I left in search for rain, but I miss the sunlight shining through my window pane, and the way it made the rough soften on my face. Cheer up, Cassie, I'll be coming through. Once in a while, won't you wash your window pane? And I reckon it's been on your mind. If I'm doing good, if I still shine, I'm okay. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Patrick, for having me. Let's see, do a couple more songs, and then I think Jack's coming on after me. With some strange refrain from my mouth it came, and it fell spinning downward like a spiraling plane. Would it be unfair for me to leave it there, so it can grow many miles at your feet, worn and bare? Things I couldn't say in the moments of each day. How deep I had to dig to keep them growing. Harvest comes to those who wait patiently, and so I'll watch the earth to see what starts to show. As the day moves on, all ambition gone, I'll remain watching flowers growing at your feet so small. In the town I knew, such little flowers grew, so I'll wrap those little flowers in a ribbon bright and blue. Things I couldn't say in the moments of each day, how deep I had to dig to keep them growing. Harvest comes to those who wait patiently, and so I'll watch the earth to see what starts to show. When it's time, I'll leave. I'll gather up those seeds that sat lazy in the earth, that wouldn't grow a single thing. I'll keep them in my hands until it's time to plant, and maybe someday there'll be flowers growing where you used to stand. Things I couldn't say in the moments of each day, how deep I had to dig to keep them growing. Harvest comes to those who wait patiently, and so I'll watch the earth to see what starts to show. All right. I'm gonna do one more song, and I'm gonna bring a friend up to sing some harmonies with me. Taylor Kingman is gonna sing some Michael Hurley with me. And now I see the wind coming from northwest. I hear those honkers again on their rounding quest. Over Lord's Valley I roll like a ball, and in the wind I hear them call. Wild goose, loose goose, I count them all. Yonder stepping that light walking wolf, hungry as always, long legs and long ears and tail, and a long, long wail. I had no goose, and I tried to keep her, but she awake and I the sleeper.
She flew away and left me the weeper. But there ain't no chill cold wind blowing from our love nest. And I hear your heart beat again in the wilderness. I had no goose and I tried to claim her. It's only in the wildness can you name her. It's only in the wildness can you tame her.
Taylor Kingman.
Hey.
Thank you for having me, Patrick.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you at Mississippi Studios as soon as the COVID breaks.
May it break soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Miss playing for people.
Yeah.
Hear, hear.
Well, we got us lined up there.
But now?
Yeah, thank you for
Well,
Cassie
thank you so much,
for
Cassie.
coming and playing songs. Folks in the comments, please do check out Cassie's Bandcamp. You can hear more of their music there. Yeah, thank you for coming and sharing your beautiful music with us.
Thank you for having me. Us. Cool.
All right, till next time.
Next.
Yes. Who's up next,
Jack,
Patrick?
right?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, it's my my honor to introduce to you Jack Grelly from St. Louis, Missouri. Very dear friend of mine. Not quite intimate, but close. I love you, Jack.
I mean, who
That's
knows
all.
what the future holds?
Right. Well, I think he's pretty set in his ways, but I love him anyway. Jack is a prominent country music guy in St. Louis, Missouri. And my special heart place for Jack is 40 years after I wrote Lavender Country. Jack is the first non-queer musician who ever walked up to me and said, "Hi, I know who you are. You're Patrick Haverty. I want to do a show with you." The very first. And so he'll always have a special place in my heart. He's very progressive to revolutionary guy. He recently joined the Wobblies. He spent 10 years roaming around the country doing music and riding freight trains. And I love him to pieces. And here he is, Jack Grelly, doing some of my favorite revolutionary songs. Hi, darling.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick. Thank you for
I can't
that.
help it if I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
there
for
you
this super
go.
sweet intro. Thank you, Aaron.
Of course. Glad to meet you, Jack. Yeah, take it away.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. Cassie, that was wonderful. That was a real treat. Huge Michael Hurley fan, so Cassie and Taylor, that was awesome. Well, I'm going to start this song off with, speaking of the Wobblies, this is an old song that I guess would be considered a traditional at this point, called Bread and Roses. And it's about the Bread and Roses strike in Lawrence, Massachusetts in 1912. And it was a strike for, it was started by some Polish immigrant women, and it was backed by the industrial workers of the world and over 50 different nationalities were represented in this textile workers' strike, and it was predominantly women. And throughout their struggle, multiple people were killed, as well as a woman had a miscarriage when a lot of the strikers were brutally beaten by the police as they tried to ship their children out of town to have them be in foster care during the strike because they couldn't feed them. Anyways, the slogan of the strike became bread and roses because they didn't just want fair wages, they wanted better hours and conditions. So they wanted roses too. And it was originally from a speech from a woman named Helen Todd, and I learned this song from the Utah Phillips rendition. As we come marching, marching in the beauty of the day, 1,000 darkened kitchens, 1,000,000 billows gray are brightened by the beauty a sudden sun discloses. And the people hear us singing bread and roses, bread and roses. As we come marching, marching, we battle too for men. For they are women's children and will mother them again. Our lives cannot be sweated from birth until life closes. Hearts can starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. As we come marching, marching, 100 million dead go crying through our singing their ancient cry for bread. Smart art, love, and beauty, their drudging spirits new. Yes, it's bread that we fight for, but we fight for roses too. As we come marching, marching, we're standing proud and tall. The rising of the women is the rising of us all. No more the drudge and idler can tend toil where one reposes, but to share in life's glories, bread and roses, bread and roses, bread and roses. And they, I forgot to say, they did win that strike and got all of their demands, which in the tumultuous history in the United States of labor struggles, that's often not the case. So this next song is a song I wrote after the murder of Michael Brown here in St. Louis and the northern suburb called Ferguson, and the uprising that occurred. It's been we've been hearing it now for 400 years in this country, but the cry for that Black Lives Matter. And so this is a song in solidarity for all my neighbors and people in the community that stood up and got loud as hell. I remember it clear on a Saturday night. Charlie came in, said there was a fight. He wasn't sure who heard it right. Said everyone was choosing a side. That everyone's playing who shot first, with only one gun and where the bullets entered. Like a bad play, poorly rehearsed, the actors performing, showing their worst. As a body lay under a blanket in the street for over 4 hours, the sun and the heat. Cops had reporters begging people to repeat a mania's created set up for defeat. And an image of a mother screaming in tears, decks of broken windows instilling all the fears. Folks said it felt like we got back 50 years. However, it was happening, a point was made clear. As a man who pulled the trigger, wiped his hands clean. Community served well, but split at the seams. Rest of the world shocked in disbelief. Police were still killing black men in the street. But as more news came out, opinions changed. Man who died, they destroyed his name. Cop who killed, no, he ain't to blame. A boy lost his life at the age of 18. As the fires burned out and boards taken down, those who came to join didn't stick around. Changes never made, answers never found. Matter of time until the next mic round. All right. Thanks. I can get my partner V in here. I think your head's cut off a little bit.
That's okay.
All right. Everybody, this is V. It's an honor to have her here with me. Here in cold St. Louis, it's 10 degrees out. I know there's snow in the northwest right now, too. So we're just cooped up inside. So this is a song I wrote after that last one. This is about another song about the city of St. Louis and a bit of the conditions that that lead to the necessity of uprisings. It's good enough for now, if not forever. Word tacked on a red brick wall. I guess one thing will lead to another. There's only few left standing tall. 'Cause the neighborhood wound up to be those in comfort didn't have to see. Struggles exist across the street, results from when our parents flee. Well, it's good enough for now, if not forever. They say don't go north of Delmar Boulevard. Gunshots ring out, they'll hit nameless children. You know every mother tries so hard. It's good enough for now, if not forever. Words left in an old schoolyard. Now there ain't no sound of children's laughter. Only a sign that reads no one's allowed. In the west limits of the town, a class walks tall in their gowns. All the parents are so proud, they had the money to put down. It's good enough for now, if not forever. They invested in a few of their own. What did they learn of their neighbors' plunder? To embrace a privilege already been sown. It's good enough for now, if not forever. Words have been spoken to us all. Guess one thing will lead to another. In black and white, you can't see it all. In black and white, you can't see it all. All right. Good enough for now. We're going to pick it up. We're going to do 2 more songs for you guys in this quick set. Thanks again to Patrick and Aaron for having us. Thanks, V.
It's always a pleasure.
All right. Her mother always told her, when you get older, don't think of getting banned. Call Mr. Right looks a hard thing. Battle on the brain, the real kind of pain that gets worse each time. Wasn't concerned, the lessons to learn. Wanted to live her life for all it was worth. Didn't come from much, strings of bad luck that always wound up at the wrong time. That curly hair, little clothes she'd wear, always seemed to fit her until she met a guy. Ride her out on a Friday night, wanted to impress him, look at action light. Got dressed up to be let down, the man thought was right, was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, the feeling like a cloud. She got dressed up just to be let down. Got dressed up just to be let down. Went back to her place, stuck the makeup off her face, saying to herself she wouldn't do this again. Oh, that she tried, believing in a lie. Silly thing like this can make a difference. She was relieved and she came to see that none of it mattered. It's all make-believe. Got dressed up to be let down. The man thought was right, was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, the feeling like a clown. She got dressed up just to be let down. Got dressed up just to be let down. But she was relieved when she came to see that none of it mattered. It's all make-believe. Got dressed up to be let down. The man thought was right, was nowhere to be found. Lost in a crowd, the feeling like a clown. She got dressed up just to be let down. 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 All right. Got dressed up to be let down. We have one more song. Up next is Josh Barton. Josh is an incredible poet and a dear comrade here in town. I look forward to their words that they're about to share. For this final song, this is a song about working class solidarity across racial lines and class consciousness. And just the endless failures of capitalism. The song's called "It Ain't Working for Everyone Just Because It Worked for You." As a child, you'd sleep to a bed, sometimes 3. Now you got a spare bedroom, luxuries that you don't need. And remember your dad's union card made sure the kids had enough to eat. And when your mom worked nights, she was humming to herself quietly. You got your first job painting houses with your uncle when you were 15. Ain't it nice when you know someone that'll give you an opportunity? And it helped to get through college, and no one's trying to take that away. And now you live in one of those houses that you used to paint. 'Cause it don't mean that it's working for everyone just because it worked for you. You said where you came from ain't worth going back to. Then is it working for everyone just because it worked for you? So in that house where you used to sleep, these rusty lead pipes, roof that leaks over the heads of a new family. They don't look like you, so no concern what they need. There's all the work left when the old generation moved away. And that empty union hall sure could use a fresh coat of paint. 'Cause it don't mean that it's working for everyone just because it worked for you. You said where you came from ain't worth going back to. Then is it working for everyone just because it worked for you? Solidarity forever. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, V.
Solidarity forever, Jack. Hey, there we are.
We'll
Thank
see
you so
next
much, Jack.
time. Hey, Jack, thanks.
Thanks both of you for having me.
I wouldn't have dreamed of doing it without you, Greg.
Look forward to meeting sometime in 3 dimensions someday.
Oh, it'll happen.
Likewise. Until
It's
then,
gonna happen.
stay safe to both of you, and hope you and all your loved ones are doing well.
Back at you. All right. So let's see. Next up, Next up, Jack Grelly said that Joss was next, but there was a little change up in the lineup over the week or so. And next up, we have someone else. We've got Oso Ortiga. Just double checking, we've got them in the tech here. Jack, are they ready? All right, excellent. Okay. So, Oso Ortiga is a trans Latinx musician, a boy band heartthrob in Portland's Turnback Boys, and an all-around 30-something surviving and thriving in late-stage capitalism, a feeling that I certainly understand. Please, everybody, give it up for... and don't forget to tip at paypal.me/Aaron J. Shea so we can support all these wonderful artists. And give a round of internet chat applause to Oso Ortiga.
Hi, everyone. I am stoked to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Auntie Patty. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. Some people say a man's made out of mud, but a poor man's made out of muscles and blood. Muscles and blood, skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. And I was born one morning in the drizzling rain. Fighting in trouble was my middle name. I was raised in the depths by Mama Hound. I'm as mean as a dog, but I'm as gentle as a lamb. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. When I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine, picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I unloaded 16 tons of number one coal. The foreman said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, step aside. A lot of men didn't and a lot of men died. I got a fist of iron and a fist of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I love that song. And I did a little bit of research because, as we know, most, if not all of, all of our music that we have in America is from the genius, creativity, and labor of Black artists. And this song actually was written by a white guy. And it was encompassing the experience of coal miners. And so I've always resonated with this like being constantly in debt, you know, and fighting fascism is this question in this conversation of like how we're going to dismantle capitalism. So that song felt resonant to me. Cool. So this shirt I wore at Dolly Parton's Pure and Simple tour. So I thought I'd just mention that it's full of her energy from that time. So I'm feeling it. So this song actually been adapting to fit the theme of this show, but I've had it for a minute. perfect thing at all. A work in progress, if anything at all. I've tried to eliminate my flaws. I'm always growing. Oh, precious one to me. What did the world do to dysregulate your peace? Your grief like the river, and mine as the rock. Resistance, rapids big. We both are lost. Harming you ain't healing me. I ain't trying to be deep. The distance between us is only bodies. The light inside of you is the same inside of me. It just takes time remembering these things. They want us to believe that light inside us is to work for what we need. We must remember to create, resist, and breathe. Lifting you is lifting me. That's the new line, if you were wondering. I'm not a perfect thing at all. A work in progress, if anything at all. I've tried to eliminate my flaws. I'm always growing. It just takes time remembering these things. Thanks for listening to this one. Making it happen every day. It's always evolving. So I really resonate with what was said at the beginning of this show, which is inherently taking care of yourself and one another and doing mutual aid and healing ourselves and being accountable and caring for all of these things is inherently anti-fascist because it's thriving in its life. So that's the vibe for my songs. I did want to take one moment to really do a Dolly moment. The Queen. Since being in a boy band, it's important to have just a little clothing removal moment. Que más. This song is called Spoon Song. So if you don't have any spoons, this song can offer a moment of them if you need them. This is a song for you as you navigate the world. Your tender sorrow shows how much joy you hold. Only time can heal. Let it be long. I sat down today to remind you with this song. The power you hold comes from within. Your grandmothers prayed for you to exist. Winter yourself, the darkness holds you alone. I sat down today to cheer you on. Taking care of ourselves is the highest form of love. And if you need reminding. You can hum along, and it goes like this, okay? Ooh. Ooh. I am imperfect. I am powerful. I remember to drink water. Love myself enough to heal. And then that part again, right? Ooh. Sing out, Louise. Ooh. I sat down today to remind you with this song. Okay, I have one more, and it's a cappella, so joke's on you. But this song is really special to me. I've known it since I was 16. It was written by the incomparable recording artist Mira, and I've shared it at a lot of different events, song events, ritual events, singing with other witches and gay people. So I invite you to, this is the moment that like, I want to invite anyone who feels called to just be where you are, in your body, on the ground that you're in. Grateful to the ancestors who hold that space, and just be present as much as one desires or not. It goes. Aren't you gonna come along? Aren't you gonna fight? Aren't you gonna hold your hands up to the light? If you feel an emptiness, if you wanna hide, think about the blood that's pumping, keeping you alive. It's a long, long way to the promised land, so try what you are, do what you can, you belong to what you understand. So teach yourself how to demand the monument that you deserve for rising up in a beaten down world. Aren't you gonna come along? Aren't you gonna fight? Aren't you gonna hold your hands up to the light? If you feel an emptiness, if you wanna hide, think about the blood that's pumping, keeping you alive. I sang the second verse first, so I'll sing the first verse. Aren't you gonna come along? Aren't you gonna fight? Aren't you gonna hold your hands up to the light? If you feel an emptiness, if you wanna hide, think about the blood that's pumping, keeping you alive. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's where it wants to be. Because it's a long, long way to the promised land. So try where you are, do what you can. You belong to what you understand. So teach yourself how to demand the monument that you deserve for rising up in a beaten down world. Aren't you gonna come along? Aren't you gonna fight? Aren't you gonna hold your hands up to the light? If you feel an emptiness, if you wanna hide, think about the blood that's pumping, keeping you alive. Thank you. that second verse was the only one that wanted to come through. And so I leave it there. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this. That's my last song.
Thank you, Oso.
Muchas. Con mucho, mucho amor.
Muchas gracias. Thank you for being a part of this. That was really lovely. And yeah, taking care of yourself is an anti-fascist action because when a plane's crashing, you need to put your own mask on first. That's what they say.
I mean, they don't want us to thrive. They don't want us to live. They don't want us to be in our fullness of being. And so every moment that we do that, we're fighting them. That's
Exactly
simple as it needs to be. I mean, we can go out and do big organizing and show up in the ways, but there's spoons, right? And everyone has capacities. And just being able to take in a moment of breath and sunlight means that you're fighting the fucking fascists, in my opinion. IMHO.
Agreed. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Really appreciate your songs.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with me. Some of them are a little bit new, so it's really lovely to have a space to share them in. So, thanks.
Well, we surely enjoyed having you.
Well, thank you so much.
I'll talk to you on the phone many times. I finally get to see what you look like. Hi.
Well, honey, we've seen each other in person, but we do have our little phone relation. I love it. So, be well, and everyone, keep lesing.
Back at you.
No problem. All right.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All right, Patrick. Who do we have up next?
We have Joss Barton. Joss is the preeminent American trans poet of life and wonderment. And that's not even a stretch. Joss, I met Joss in St. Louis a while back. Joss played me the most beautiful compliment any musician has ever got. Because after my show, she came up to me and said, I was going to kill myself tonight, but my friend brought me to your show. And after coming to your show, I decided not to kill myself tonight.
Holy smokes.
Oh, you can't get a higher compliment than that, right?
I struggle to imagine one.
On the spot. We've done a lot of work together, and we're going to do more. It's my precious honor to introduce to you, I'm not kidding, one of America's preeminent trans poets and poets of all kind anywhere. Joss, are you there?
I am.
There you are, honey. I love you so much. You already know that.
I love you so much. Thank you for having
me. Hit it. Hit it, girl.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Aaron. As Patrick was saying, my name is Joss Barton. I'm a poet and a writer artist in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm going to read excerpts from my latest chapbook zine. It's called The Summer I Got Bit. It is an epic breakup poem. So I'm going to read some excerpts from it. Part 3. Disco sisters sell pussy in tubs and toll road booths. Tell you tea for another gender. Soft cunt like the bellies of snow crabs nesting off the rotten shore. Sick of all the drug lips, sick of all the bleach stains. She-males at the bar nesting for men with fat cocks and fat necks and fatter lies to be told. Pull up and deep-throat 'em with holy sucking prayers like mother used to. No, this pussy you've been searching across the stillness of mass genocides for was meant for you. Kiss your man one last time and believe it was all worth it. Bend the silk print fibers of your mortal coil and know you were here once before. And if he never holds you again, just blow them shofar horns and smoke the gods out on sticky white widow owl blunts. You will mourn, you will wail, you will sing, and you will disco. But you won't be joining your sisters anytime soon. Your disco heat has another song to sing, another summer to swell, another ghost to recognize, and while you're alive, you will honor them all and suck on life till sunrise. Part 4. This is your new tranny world, and she-males rule her now. Pump these pussies with pennies and rabbit hole crocodile skin. My sisters have seen what slithers before them. They can hear the soul-haunting crows of skull birds. They see the bullet clouds. They smell the rat's nests. They know because it has come for them before. It has held spiteful tongues against their temples and wrapped their necks with spike-horn reptile hemicocks. As they've woken up in ditches and in overflowing tubs, basked in the blissful horror that the abyss does exist, in the darkest of penthouse hotel rooms. While the shadows of empire are lit on our faces, where will you sacrifice this seedbed of needless desires? Where will you be when it comes for you and people you love? Will you take a gun or a knife or a song and deny all this? Will you betray every American flag? Will you be inside out on cameras? Can you hear the many chirps of wire in the brain? Do you know how this eats at my pelvis like some wound you get to canonize? Drape your love's frailty in jaguar silk blood sports. Marble mineral spider lilies are part of our brains now. Orchids are our breasts. My cum is bitter cocaine tears. My nights full of bareback broken deals and adulterous bathroom glass mirrors. Know your worth, and it shall cradle your nail-scratched neck. Be right with it, and the stench of death will be your guide. Blow this fucking nation to hell and back, and it will be your monstrous afterlife. Can you recite the summons of holy mother goddesses taken too soon? Do you know their transgressive names? Chanel, Kiki, Sandra, Selena, Gia, Lala, Montgomery, Malaysia, Paris, Pepper, Duana, Asia, Lorena, Candy, Kiwi, Bailey, Monica, Tanya, Montrese, Pebbles, Dakota, Cecilia, Leslie, Fever Baby, Sweet Thing. I dance under these lights for them. I feel real for them. I conjure their memories on this riverbed. I honor the feet they danced with. I honor the lips they loved with. I honor the hips they fucked with. I honor the discos they bred with. I honor the meat they bled with. I honor the tits they summoned with. I honor the nipples they saw with. I honor the dicks they wept with. I honor the mothers they laid to rest with, and I honor the daughters they grave digged with. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Part 5. This reincarnation race was over before it began. This DNA lost in databases and internment camps and ditches and intelligence agencies. This wig forever snatched off disco-lit stages. This trophy never bought, never believed, never echoed off bullets, never severed to the nerve, never woken up haunted by the screams of night terrors, never a witness to the sodomy of neon-lit bathhouse angels fucking to disco deaths, never to reach heaven again. Glorious hells, glorious trannies, glorious sissies, glorious glory holes, glorious, 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 glorious never stop with it, glorious primordial soup kitchen, glorious cum beggars, glorious abandoned AIDS hospitals, glorious dyke mothers, glorious bath salt addictions, glorious, glorious, glorious acid, glorious faggots smoking menthol cigarettes in the disco dens, glorious baby don't stop, glorious don't stop, you're moving me, glorious don't stop. Glorious destruction of every moment we held each other against the dark winds of empire. Darling, dim the lights and sell me as the dope party whore. Celebrate and die all day. Necromancy all day. Necro wars all day. Necrosaurs all day. Necro-normie bores all day. Necro doomsday doors open all day. Necro holiday, celebrate the Necro USA, 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 holiday, celebrate, Necro USA, celebrate. Dance for this emerald death city, dance for the river bottom bar sluts, dance for these sorrow soul trials, holiday, celebrate, Necro USA, 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 death all day, death all day, death all day, death all day. Part 9. Eulogy for hundreds of billions of life forms dead. A new viral load for the dead. A new Führer for the dead. A new conspiracy for the dead. A new cult for the dead. A new ecstasy pill for the dead. A new faggot ass for the dead. A new meth pipe for the dead. A new shemale cam girl for the dead. A new fent overdose for the dead. A new compot for the dead. A new breakup poem for the dead. A new acid journey for the dead. A new revelation story for the dead. A new love bruise for the dead. A new jaw for the dead. A new Adam Dawn for the dead. A new drag legend for the dead. A new prison riot for the dead. A new orgy darkroom for the dead. A new hole pick for the dead. A new mosquito raft for the dead. A new American gospel for the dead. There is nothing new to the dead. These are necro blues for the dead. This is a prayer for our new dead. Lift them up, carve them up, sell them up, love them up. Remember how you grieve this love for the dead. Remember America's dead. Remember America's millions of dead. Dance for America's dead. Dance for America's dead. Dance for America's dead. Dance until America is dead. Dance for America's dead. Dance for America dead. Dance another dead. Dance America is dead. Dance America is dead. Dance America is dead. Glorious Americans dead. Glorious American death. Can you behold all of this horn lumbering beast of death? Can you feel the rising American dead? Is there flesh flowing all around you yet? Sweet statistic bouquet, sweet death of language, sweet death of knowledge, sweet death of poetry. CNN reports another glorious death toll. Never a needed death, always a new death, a star death, a love death, greed, 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 and all this federal death. Another dead, another dead, another dead, another dead, another dead, another dead. America is death. Death to America's dreams of death. A God's death. A holy death. A love's death. Where is this president's death? A chord of death. A gem of death. A poem of death. Death to the men who made you come tears in your womanhood. Death to the evening he gifted you a holy psalm of freedom. Death to the morning light that seeped through broken plastic blinds between him and me. Death to this wretched American midnight. Death to nocturnal popper-induced dance floor possession. Death to my eternal holy acid night. Death to this long, long, long white nationalist death cult. Death to America's regime sub-fetish piglets suckling on the Trump death tit. Death to these pigs jerking off to our collective deaths. A fallen transsexual angel beckons me down the acid well tonight. T.S. Angel, make my love come down. Love me right, descend on my tranny body tonight. Ring these horror bells of mushroom cloud lights. Baby, you make my death come down. Oh, you make my death come down. Make it come all the way down. You make my death come down. Baby, all Americans come death now. All the way down. Baby, all America's dead sings now. You make my death come down. The moon is a mine now. The sun is climate death now. The world is a virus now. Nobody but you made me feel like America's death was coming down. Like a Holocaust down. Like planes crashing down. Like drone bombs paid down. Like America's cotton death gown. Will America do its best for you? Will America become the beast again for you? Will America become mass graves again for you? Will America love you, tranny baby? Will America ever love our black and brown babies? Ain't no love in America for free, but America is death for free. I wonder why America won't disco for me. I summon a new American disco revival. Free disco, disco revolution, free disco, disco death squads, free disco, a new disco rebellion, free disco, American disco guerrilla rebels, free disco, free disco, free disco, free disco. And this American death poem was born because I believed in something once. That hidden part that wells tender and bleeds oil purple sunsets. He slipped that something into my mouth, became nectar oozing from the corners of my holy acid eyes, wrapped my waist in blood-flushed knuckles. I held on to that something till it let go of me. Our poems blossomed because we broke free of the bondage of human despair and took a risk to love once, to love glorious, and to love fiercely, if only for one gorgeous broken moment, because we fucked in the reflections of our crystal disco ball souls that stretched across cosmic dance floors. Because even holding him in the silent coldness of the eternal ember halls of hell, it was all I ever needed to finally understand that I was rightfully loved. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Fears will stay. They will always be standing next to us in the dark and dead corners of empire. But this blue ruin will either become the living horrors inside us, or the freedom to birth a new way. These holy mornings fade fast, so let it shine through, let it light to the depths of the tunnels, killing us in these red shades of American night. Shine through, shine, shine through. And this is what pain is all about. It forces us to remember we once held that holy lantern, even in the darkest depths, when everything inside us screams to hurt and destroy and dishonor the memories that led us to stop being afraid and to start loving. Don't let that death of night keep you afraid. Just hold on to another day, to fight, to fuck, to dance, to dream, to summon, to seduce, to live, and most importantly, to love. Love, 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 love. Thank you. That's all I got.
Nice job. Holy smokes. Oh, hey, Joss, is there anywhere people can find your work if they want to find out more about what you do?
Yeah. I kind of don't have a website or anything like that. But if people would like to buy the zine, it's beautiful. Ian Thomas, a great artist out of New York City, designed it for me. I'm selling these. I got plenty of them left. So if people like to buy it, they can just contact me directly on my Instagram, which is at ganjacum_. And yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much. Patrick, is there anything you want to say before we let Jess go?
You dropped thunder, dear.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you dropped thunder.
Thank you. I am so.
We can hear you around the world.
Huh?
We can hear you around the world.
Thank you. Well, thank you both of you for having me tonight. It was fabulous. And
Are you ready to lead the revolution, dear?
yeah, let's do it. I'm down. You know, and I think poetry is definitely a part of that revolution.
It's got to be.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I'm ready for you to
DTR.
lead.
Down to revolution.
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, y'all. Hopefully.
I love you, dear. You know that.
I thank you, Aunt Patty. I love you.
Nice to meet you, Joss. Until next time. All right. Well, Patrick, we've got just one more artist before we close out the day. It looks like it's my honor and responsibility to introduce Hunter Colt Paulson. Hunter Colt Paulson is a performer, songwriter, producer. They are currently residing in a house on a hill in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Over the last decade, they have worked under the names Thousands of Bees, Haunt, Paulson, Fairy Ring, and Sneeze Awful. They just released an album called Major Parts last month. They have an upcoming split being produced by artist Princess Jafar. They love their friends very much, and they miss you all. Let's give it up for Hunter Colt Paulson.
Hello.
Hello, Hunter.
Hi, Patrick. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, I love you.
Love you too. Miss you so much.
Are you snowed in Pittsburgh?
Sorry?
Are you snowed in?
It snowed a lot the last couple days, but not necessarily snowed in, but it's a reason to stay inside, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's still coming down out here.
I'm envious.
Well, we think we're snowed in, but it'll be gone in a couple of days. It's not like winter in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
It's a rare thing.
So yeah, folks, feel free to tip at paypal.me/AaronJShay. And Hunter, why don't you take it away?
Alrighty, cool. Fish and fowl and people break the creek lands out from the United States, while students stand for their style traits, a mighty feat for the vile fates of the fables. The rates are stable, they keep on rising. The Colts are kicking, dishes rising with the startled spoon that was caught high-fiving the cradle babe, winding viewers like you. Made possible by the hiding of viewers like you. The fortune thick and up that of spit spilled down your staircase and into my room. Now 2 minutes late, I think for a will not
praise you, and it sure won't save you. That place in life that you brought into last week, last year, in your last solitude. How rude of fate, how crude this dirt. You hurt the only thief who'd work with you. Sport of love, the spider spun on. When running low on flies, only feeds the guys that eat up all of our mother's time. Fish and fowl and the cake's all gone now. The floods are nearing, the witch is powerful and mighty, powerful and mighty. Alrighty. Follow me down this hallway. I took all the mirrors off the wall for you. You said, boy, if you could only see yourself, you'd find joy on the bottom shelf like I do. Follow me down this hallway. I left all my friends and fiends just for you. You said, boy, if I could only kiss your mouth, I would leak your information. But honey, what's it to me? We're just some strangers, pal. Maybe you'll find love at some town hall meeting. Honey, what's it to me? We're some strangers, pal. And I won't leak your information. Your information. found grace in this trail. A lead is what we need, an empress to hail. Holding out for a fake or a skater or a snake. There's nothing like his face. There's nothing like his face. We found a place to sleep beneath the moth dust in a tree, but the ants spit up our junk as we ran from that tree trunk. We found the grace but failed. You called me a snail, said that I could not keep up. Get your hand out of my cup. Well, darling, I'm just a sea slug, darling, and we ain't full of plastic yet. Well, darling, we're just some salt blocks now that we've later come to regret. We tumbled down the hillside long before we hit our heads. Our mothers called up the doctor, and guess what she said? Keep your fucking children from jumping on the bed. She said okay, but now I'm stuck here licking up some dumb boy's bread. He left us tangled up in fear, fucked up over and fed, but not dead. We're fed up, but not dead. God brought out the salt, and that was just her slack. An excuse for you to bounce before I could bounce back into the sea or into the blue of your eyes again. Oh boy, your head is stuck in Arkansas. All right, I have one more. This one. This one is called Gore, and it's off my newest album. Alrighty. This is such a treat. Okay. Alright. Falling all over the place. Alright. You won't look out for the end. You tore that lens from his hand. You shook out loot for a band. You tore out that land to understand the gross choice of man. The stupid sport of them. Oh, the gore of next door has left an imprint all over your friends. The stupid line you spent your times on will not make mercy on this mandate. The stupid line you spent your title on will not make mercy on this mandate. portal ain't no spiral. The spiral ain't no line. The plants, they were all taken. The animals made your party knife out of lines. They make us see. I'm lacking only flames. This portal ain't no spiral. The spiral ain't no line. The plants, they were all shaken. The animals made into your putty knife half lines. Make us see. I'm lacking only flames. Half life, make your scene. After life, make your plea. Portal ain't no spiral. Spiral ain't no line. The plans, they were all shaken. The animals made your putty knife half lie. Make it sweet. After life, make your plea. Thank you so much. That's all I have today. But
Hey,
Thank you.
so much for coming.
thank you
I'll
so
see
much
you
for
on
inviting me to
Thursday.
play. I miss you so much.
I'll be back. We're going to do the Golden
Yeah,
Box.
of course.
We're going to do
Yeah,
the Golden Box as soon as it opens.
perfect.
You and me, dear.
All right, love you,
Thank you so
Patrick.
much, Hunter. This was delightful.
Have a
Your
great
music
one.
was gorgeous. All right, I guess that's all we have for today,
Okay.
Patrick. Any parting words for the people before we send them off into the terrifying chaos of the world?
What I think is that the show was an example of the united front that we need to build. And that the people that we invited to participate in the show are our leaders. They're our leaders in the united front against fascism.
I hear that.
And for that, I'm joyful. And hey, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot more good shows coming up.
Mhm.
We got a lot more fighting fascism on our agenda. And so
That's
we
true.
ain't even done yet. We're not even getting started. So we'll see you all next week. And tell your friends and family to come and help
Absolutely.
fight fascism with us. Many of us have confused members of the working class in our families.
Mhm.
Many of us have decided to abandon our families for that reason, but that's not a good idea. It's not. We are the best emissaries to convince our families to help us fight fascism. And so we know we need to go back into our families and do that more. We can't
Hear, hear.
turn our backs on them. There's a lot of people who are confused, who are part of the working class that we cannot afford to turn our backs on. Walking away and not engaging them is not the right answer. We need to save every single one of them that we can. On that, I'll shut it down for myself.
Before you do, we should say thank you to all the performers today. So that's Cassie Velaza, that's Jack Grelly, Oso Ortiga, Joss Barton, and Hunter Colt Paulson. Please look them up, support their work. If you haven't tipped yet, and if you still got some money lying around that you could put towards some
drop a tip in the
wonderful...
jar, everybody. We're all flying by the seat of our pants.
We're just doing this for the love of it, me and Patrick.
We need all the help we can get.
Absolutely. So thank you all again for showing up, and we hope to see you next time. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your comrades, tell your affinity group, your quarantine pod, and we'll see you next week.
We will. We have a great show lined up for next week, too.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot coming up.
All right. Subscribe to this channel. Like this fan page, however you're finding this. And all right, we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cool. Bye, everybody.